Happy morning, everyone, parents as well as students. Happy morning, everyone. Firstly, give a big round of applause to the toppers who have come here to share their wonderful experience. Give a loud applause, please. Thank you.
Happy morning, everyone. I'm Dhriti from grade 11. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause as we welcome our dignitaries onto the stage. I invite our Vice Chairman, Mr. Deepan Tangvelu, to present a bouquet to Mr. Saurabh Tiwari, sir, our esteemed center head, and Mr. Ravi Chandra, our Allen Shri Shakthi campus head. Next, I invite our Vice Chairman to honor Vishal with a shawl in recognition of his incredible achievement. I invite our principal, Mrs. Kumuda, to honor Kamli with a shawl for her remarkable dedication and success. Thank you, everyone. Let's continue to celebrate our achievers today.
Happy morning, esteemed guests, respected teachers, dear parents, and my fellow students. Welcome to the Topper session organized by Allen Career Institute, Coimbatore. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate academic excellence and to gain valuable insights from our esteemed guests and toppers. We have a wonderful program lined up for you filled with inspiration and learning. To begin our event, let us take a moment for silent prayer. Please join me in bowing our heads and reflecting in silence. Gently close your eyes for the silent prayer. Please be seated. Now to formally welcome everyone, I would like to invite Dhriti from grade 11 to deliver the welcome speech. Please give a round of applause for Dhriti.
Respected Center Head Mr. Saurabh Tiwari, Shri Shakthi Campus Head Mr. Ravi Chandra, Vice Chairman Mr. Deepan Tangavelu, Principal Mrs. Kumda, esteemed toppers Vishal and Kamli, distinguished guests, teachers, and my dear students. It is with immense pleasure that I extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you to this auspicious occasion. Today, we are privileged to host the Toppers session organized by Allen Career Institute, Coimbatore. This event is a celebration of academic prowess and an opportunity for our students to glean wisdom from those who have achieved remarkable success in the NEET 2024 examinations. We are honored to have Mr. Saurabh Tiwari and Mr. Ravi Chandra, whose leadership and guidance have been instrumental in the success of our institute. Their insights into academic excellence will undoubtedly inspire and motivate our students towards greater achievements. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to our Vice Chairman, Mr. Deepan Tangavelu, whose unwavering commitment to education continues to steer us towards greater heights. His presence here today is a testament to his dedication to fostering a culture of learning and growth within our institution. Furthermore, we are privileged to have Mrs. Kumuda, our principal, whose visionary leadership has shaped our school into a center of academic excellence and holistic development. Her felicitation speech will highlight the achievements of our guests and toppers, underscoring their dedication and hard work. Last but not the least, a special welcome to our NEET 2024 toppers, Vishal and Kamli, who have achieved exceptional scores and set an exemplary standard for all our students. We eagerly look forward to your interaction session where you will share your journey, experiences, and insights with our eager students. Once again, welcome everyone. Let us make this event an inspiring and memorable experience for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhriti, for that warm welcome. Next, I would like to invite our respected principal, Mrs. Kumuda, to deliver the felicitation speech and to honor our esteemed guest. Please welcome Mrs. Kumuda with a big round of applause.
Happy morning, everyone. So it is indeed an honor and a privilege to stand before you today on this momentous occasion. So today we gather to celebrate academic excellence and to gain valuable insights from some of the brightest minds in our midst. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Allen Career Institute, Coimbatore, for their unwavering support to Sri Shakthi International School and for arranging this enriching toppers session for our students. Allen Career Institute has been a pillar of support and beacon of educational excellence. The commitment of nurturing talent and providing top-notch academic guidance has immensely benefited our students. The collaborative efforts between Allen Career Institute and Sri Shakthi International School have consistently yielded remarkable results. We are privileged to have with us Mr. Saurabh Tiwari, the Center Head of Allen Career Institute, Mr. Ravichandra, Campus Head of Allen Career Institute and Sri Shakthi International School, whose leadership and vision have been instrumental in guiding countless students towards success. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate NEET 2024 toppers Vishal and Kamali, whose dedication and hard work have brought them outstanding success. So especially Vishal, with an incredible score of 705 out of 720. You can give a big round of applause. So he have set a new benchmark of excellence, and his achievement is a testament to our perseverance and hard work and the exceptional knowledge imparted by Allen Career Institute in the subjects like physics, chemistry, botany, and geology. So he demonstrated that with right guidance and the dedication. And next, Kamali with a remarkable score of 681 out of 720. You can give a big round of applause to her. So her unwavering commitment and hard work have paid off, and she have shown that determination and focus, and now she is a key to success. And both Vishal and Kamali have not only excelled academically, but have also set an example what can be achieved with dedication, hard work, and the right guidance. So today we have these two students to interact with us. I am very much confident that today's session will be an enriching session for our students. The insights and experiences shared by these toppers will provide valuable guidance and motivation to everyone present here. So once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Allen Career Institute, our esteemed guests, and all the parents, teachers, and students for making this event a grand success. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Mrs. Kumuda, for your inspiring words. Now it is my pleasure to invite our Vice Chairman, Mr. Deepan Thangavelu, to deliver the presidential address. Let's welcome him with a big round of applause.
A happy morning to each and everyone who have gathered here for this Toppers Interaction program, which has been a request from our side for a very long time, and today it has come into reality. Formally, let me first welcome our esteemed guests, Saurabh sir, Center Head from Allen Coimbatore, our campus head, our very own Ravichandra sir. We welcome you both to our campus once again formally. Thank you so much for accepting our request and having fulfilled this particular initiative that we have been asking for our children over here in this Tekalur campus. I would like to formally also welcome our student toppers, both Master Vishal as well as Miss Vishali from Allen Career Institute. Give them a big round of applause once again. And let me welcome our dear parents who have given their valuable time today to come here on this Saturday and spend their time with both Alan, Sri Shakthi, as well as your own students in your school campus. Let me also welcome our dear students who have come here to this session with a lot of curiosity, I hope so, as well as with a lot of thirst for asking questions to the student toppers here. Am I right? Are all of you very thirsty for asking questions to the student toppers? Yes or no? Yes? Yes or no? Can you give me a loud yes? Jagdish? Yes, no? Okay, how about this side? Are all the girls very thirsty and curious to ask questions to our student toppers? Yes? Yes or no? Okay, I'm not finding that the energy is sufficient, so I'm going to ask this question once again. I'll come back to you. But first of all, this particular session we're organizing with a few important reasons. Motivation, inspiration is only 1% of success. The remaining 99% is perspiration and the hard work that we put in this particular process. How many of you accept to this as students, first of all? How many of you accept to this? Girls and all the students over there. So you all accept that motivation and inspiration is 1% only, and the perspiration is the 99%, isn't it? So then why we organize this session? We organize this session because as students you might also be realizing that not every one of you who's putting that work, not every one of you who is doing that hard work is able to see that outcome. You are putting the same amount of work as your friend. You're putting the same amount of work, 5 hours every day. Your friend and yourself, both of them equally are contributing 5 hours of time. But the result that you're getting is different. How many of you have realized this? Raise your hands. So all the others are finding it different. How about you? Do any of you have any particular questions in mind that I am putting that same quantity of effort as my friend, as another relative of mine, but I'm not getting the same result? The students over here, grade 6 to grade 10, how many of you have this question in mind? Please raise your hands. Okay, thank you. So this is a very important reason why we have organized this session. So it is not important for you to dream big. It is not important for you to only think big, for you to take a decision to prepare for NEET examination or JW examination, or set a high target for yourself that you have to score 450 and above out of 500 in your board examination. You have to be successful in your Olympiad examination participation, or any other goals you set yourself. What is also important is how you must put that effort. How exactly you must put that effort? Towards what aspect should you put that effort? And while you're putting that effort, what specific aspect you should consider? And with reduced time, how you can improve the quality of your work. So that's a simple difference between students who succeed and students who are not in a position to succeed to an extent where they are celebrated. So today we have two of them with us. Both of them have proven themselves by giving a massive performance in the NEET examination conducted recently. And it is not a small feat to score 650, 680, 700 and above in NEET examination. And we have two of them. Both of them have been invited specifically for this program because of one more reason. Both of them have succeeded in getting the score in the very first attempt. So that's a very big contribution that they have done. That's a very big achievement that they have done. They have not repeated this examination. It is the very first attempt, and they have scored 705 and 680 in the very first attempt. So many of you have this question: while I'm doing my 11th and 12th, should I focus only on board exam? Should I focus on competitive examination as well? Is it possible for me to get? So they are the live testimonies for you. They are the living proof that it is possible for you to secure this score in your very first attempt itself. Second, many of you have questions when you're preparing for JEE examinations or for NEET examination. Should I first of all choose both bio and mathematics? As a NEET student, should I also have mathematics as a subject? At what point of time I should prepare for this competitive examination? How should I practice? How should I analyze? So how much ever as an institution, the four of us, myself, Principal Ma'am, and our esteemed guest, Saurabh Sir and Ravichandran Sir, we bring certain points to you. As students, we are very sure that when your fellow students talk to you, just a few years elder than you, if they talk to you, you will have a better acceptance to certain aspects of exam preparation. So therefore, please make use of this session. Both of them, Saurabh Sir and Ravi Sir, has already prepared a set of questions that they will be asking to the toppers. After that, some opportunity will be given to all the students here as well. And I don't want to take much of the time. Today is the time for you to get enlightened and get that right inspiration, right guidance, so that you can put that effort and achieve a wonderful result in your board exam or your competitive examination. With these few words, let me once again thank each and every one of you involved, including the entire administrative admissions team, as well as all the teachers of Sri Shakthi International School, the sports department, and all those of you who have helped in organizing this event. Let me hand over the session immediately over so that you are benefited at the end of the day. Finally, let me thank the weather for helping us organize this event in this setting wonderfully. We had some questions if it would be too sultry, but just about 30 minutes before, we had a short shower with a blessing, and I also thank the weather and the mighty God for having set this context for this wonderful program. I'm very much looking forward to you as a student to learn, and let's take a lot of learnings from this program and benefit from it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deepan Tangavelu, for your motivating address. We are now honored to hear from our center head, Mr. Saurabh Tiwari, who will deliver the keynote address. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Saurabh Tiwari to the stage.
First of all, I would request all boys this side and all girls that side to increase the energy. Good morning. And that side? Little louder. Lunch has been done or not? No lunch, huh? See, this all whatever is being done, this is being done for you people only. I would be really thankful to Deepan sir and his efforts all the time for the students of Tirupur, that whatever best they can get out of this program, they should be able to get. So furthermore, as sir was saying, that it is 5 or 10% only motivation and inspiration. Remaining 95% or 90%, it is your perspiration that will give the result. So first of all, this should be very clear why we are conducting this session. And more than that, it should be very clear that why you are here. Because maybe 5-10% people are clear that they are sitting here today, what they are going to take out of this session. If you are sitting blank without knowing that why you are sitting, then this half an hour or 1 hour pass without you gaining anything from the session. And this opportunity will not come daily. So it is very important that you should be 100% alert. What is being discussed in the session, how they have done it. If you really want to be tomorrow on their place, that is your why. When we'll be conducting the session, I will request them also to focus on this point, that why they have done it and why you should be doing it. Because if we don't understand the purpose, then no matter how many sessions we conduct, no matter how much we motivate you, the situation will not change. So first of all, I'm talking to all the students to be 100% alert and understand the reason why we are conducting this session. When we see some banners, posters, or like today, live, the students who have gained some success, we get motivated. But believe me, this motivation runs at the max 2 days. Whatever motivation is coming from outside, it would be running for you maximum 2 days. If you don't understand the purpose why you are preparing for a competitive exam, or why you are coming to your classroom daily, definitely the purpose itself will get failed. So my dear students, first of all, it is very important that you understand more than parents or teachers or anybody else. First of all, you should understand why this session has been kept and what is the importance of these competitive examination as well as this preparation in your life. So today, I understand it's not our day, it is the day of the toppers who have done it, and I would like to go on the question answer session as soon as possible. So first of all, I would request Ravi sir to speak few words, and then we'll invite them one by one to tell about their success story. After that, we'll be coming on the question answer session. Certain common questions, or we can say frequently asked questions, we have given them from your side. And after that, we'll be coming on spot queries that you want to ask them. So Ravi sir, please. A great round of applause for Ravi sir.
Happy morning, boys. Happy morning. Yeah. Welcome parents, and thank you for Deepan sir and Saurabh sir. And especially this program is for students, what we are getting benefit from this program. As Saurabh sir said here, Deepan sir, as your vice chancellor, he's trying to do you or give you the best. Yes or no? Not only study hours or regarding classes or motivation sessions, orientation. That is first point we should understand. Second thing, 100% alert is not there here. Some boys are sitting idle. Okay? Listen here. This is only for you. So, one more point I want to repeat here. Sir told, now present you are sitting here. Okay? Two students came here to motivate you, to give you suggestions. Next time you should be here. How many of you are thinking like that? Huh? Everybody thinking, only 50%. Girls, you are not thinking like that. That is the main agenda of this program. Today you are there, and these are not long-term students. Okay? Regular classroom program students, 11th and 12th they completed, and immediately they achieved that rank. So why not you? You should think like that. Girls and boys. Understand? Are you understanding? Yes. So this is the thing. And we, from your side, I know you won't be asking any questions generally. From your side, keeping in your questions in the mind, Saurabh sir and me prepared few questions that I will be asking to the students later. First, they will give their suggestions, how to prepare, how they overcome the hurdles while preparing that and all. They will explain you clearly. Try to listen, and if you want to ask any questions also, you can ask without any hesitation. And I will see how many of you are asking. Yes? True questions means this is the thing I am facing while reading, sir. This is the subject, and how you overcome this. Maybe physics, chemistry, or homework you are getting on the same day, and next day you are having examination, how to overcome that type of questions, whatever you are having in your mind, you can ask to the your seniors. They are your seniors. Now you are juniors, junior doctors. Yes, right. Thank you. I will hand over this session to, yes, please come. Will you'll come? Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Saurabh Tiwari and Mr. Ravi Chandra, for your enlightening address. We now come to one of the most awaited segments of today's program, the speeches by our NEET 2024 toppers. Please welcome Vishal, who scored an impressive 705 out of 720, to share his journey and experiences with us. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Greetings to one and all present here. I'm R. Vishal Palaniswamy and I have scored 705 out of 720 in NEET 2024. I'm a 2-year classroom program student of Allen. And let me start by saying that the journey to success in NEET is not only about intelligence, it's about perseverance, discipline, and believing in yourself when the odds are heavily against you. Having Alan as my support during this difficult journey was a great boon for me, and the support and care given by my faculties and parents were key elements to my success. As I have crossed this journey that you all are taking right now, I have a few tips for you which might make this strenuous path a bit more easier for you. Number 1, practice, practice, and practice. As much as you practice, you can come across new type of questions and new concepts which you overlooked while studying. The number of questions you practice and the related concepts that you face when you practice these questions would be very instrumental in your success. Give importance to NCERT in biology. This is for the NEET students. Read your NCERT at least 3 times for each chapter in the first run itself. In the last run, as you go on and on, in the revision time, we will read NCERT at least more than 10 times. But in the start, for each chapter, read the NCERT at least 3 times for biology. For physics and chemistry, as I said, practice many number of questions as possible and give more importance to the previous year questions, at least those of the last 20 years. Have a regular doubt discussion session with your faculties. Clearing your doubts then and there without them piling over and over again is very important in our path. Don't let your doubts make you come down in the ladder of preparation. Don't feel like this is a very small doubt. If I ask, what will my faculty think of me? Don't have any such queries like that. Ask the same doubt thousands of times, hundreds of times. It doesn't matter how many times you ask them. Just in the end of the day, make sure that you clear all the doubts. Have a very good mental strength. This exam is not only about academics, but also about our mental testament. It's very easy to get depressed and stressed and all the negative words which come to your mind, but it is very important for us to stay away from those distractions and focus on the positive part of our life. Have jovial talks during your lunch sessions. Don't focus too much during the lunch session and don't have much academic talks. But in the sense, don't go too much into it. Have academics in your mind. But keep time for rejuvenating activities, meditate as much as possible, and yeah, do all those things. Last but not the least, keep on believing in yourself. We can and we will. We have all the faculties with us, our teachers, our faculties, our parents, our friends supporting us. We have all the support that we can ever dream of. Keep believing in yourself. What we think about our future reflects upon our present. All the very best for your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal, for sharing your inspiring journey. Next, we have Kamali, who scored an outstanding 681 out of 720. Please join me in welcoming Kamali to share her experiences and insights. A round of applause for Kamali.
Hello, this is Kamali. I am a two-year classroom student and I have scored 681 out of 720. Firstly, I would like to thank all my Allen staffs and my parents who have given their 100% to achieve what I wanted. And as we know, in NEET there are three subjects: biology, physics and chemistry. For bio, NCERT is the king. You have to read it repeatedly and there are a lot of side spaces in your NCERT textbook. So once you read the bio textbook, you have to jot down the important points at the side of your textbooks and repeatedly you have to revise it. This will be very useful in the revision time. And for physics, you have to practice a lot of questions. You have to be very thorough with all the concepts, clear your doubts as much as possible. And you have to practice PYQs and a lot of questions. For chemistry, there are three subdivisions in it: inorganic, physical, and organic. For organic, you have to be thorough with the mechanisms. Just understand the mechanisms and you'll be able to solve all the questions. For inorganic, revision is the key. There are so many points to remember, so you have to repeatedly revise it. And for physical, you have to practice a lot of questions and remember all the formulas thoroughly. So lastly, I would like to say that believe in yourself and you will be able to reach great heights. Godspeed in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamali, for your wonderful speech. We now move on to an interactive session where our toppers, Vishal and Kamali, will engage with our students. This is a great opportunity for our students to ask questions and gain valuable tips from those who have excelled. Let's start the interaction session.
First of all, we'll start with the frequently asked questions or general doubts which would be there in every student's mind who would be preparing for any competitive examination. It may be NEET, it may be JEE, it may be CA, it may be any competitive exam you are preparing. And these are in general thoughts which come in our mind when we prepare. So, as I told in my speech also, my first question to both of you is why you have prepared for NEET and why you wanted to become successful, and just in few words how you have completed the journey of 2 years. So this why I would request you to focus a little, and both of you I would like to listen this.
Yes, sir. The why aspect, I wanted to become a doctor from a very young age. There was my relative, he was a neurosurgeon. I was very inspired by him and I wanted to be like him. That was the first time I thought I want to become a doctor. NEET was the only pathway to become a doctor, and I didn't want to be in the crowd in India. In India, there are at least more than 1 billion people in India, and I didn't want to be amidst the crowd. I wanted to stand out. That's why I put in more hours, and I think the more hours I put in led me to success, and I'm here right now.
From the very beginning, I was very passionate about becoming a doctor, and NEET is the entry point for becoming a doctor. My hard work, dedication, and studies all together have paid me way to become a doctor.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you, Kamli. My next question is, you have prepared for this examination for 2 years, right? So what was daily schedule in general, how you were planning your classes, how you were planning your self-study hours, and and the same question, how you were following up with your NCRT curriculum as well as your NEET preparation.
I didn't have a specific daily schedule. It altered to my daily needs. But mostly it would be like I would wake early in the morning and I would cover my portions, be it physics, chemistry, or biology. And I'll go to my classes, which was from 9 to 4. I would attend my doubt clearing sessions, which would be from 4 to 5. In between, if your doubts are cleared, you can come home early. I used to start my preparations for day to day from 5:30 till I used to have certain goals, like I should complete these topics, then only I'll go to sleep. I had something like that. So from 5:30, I took many study sessions, and my sleeping time was like 10:30, 10:45, like that. And as sir said, balancing both NEET curriculum and board curriculum was a difficult task. I had taken psychology as my additional subject instead of maths. So psychology being a theoretical subject, I had to revise them. Yeah, so I put in more time. I put in some time for psychology during the weekends, and I covered them. But mostly, being physics, chemistry, and bio, the NEET portions and board portions were overlapped only. There wasn't much difference in them. In NEET, the only thing is I'll have to attempt them in form of MCQs, while in boards I'll have to write descriptive answers. Uh, Through practice and mock tests given by both Alan and my school, I was able to balance them both properly.
For boards, actually, what I'll do is every time I go to school on Mondays, I'll be covering up a little bit of portion in the board portions. And I have taken math as my subject. So from the very beginning, I was dedicating at least half an hour daily for math. And in the last, I was able to score a good score. And physics, chemistry, and biology, if you are able to do well in the Allen test, you'll be able to do in the boards also. And you have to attend the mock test given by Alan as well as the school test that is being conducted, such as the pre-boards or something, and you can get a good score in boards. It is easy to manage between boards and Alan.
Thank you, Vishal and Kamali. One more question. This would be the important question for the students nowadays. How you have covered your backlogs, the topics you have missed during regular teaching hours?
Yeah, backlogs is an unavoidable part of every student's journey, either due to us not feeling well or not having enough motivation to study. Sometimes we skip classes. They can be covered by putting more extra hours in studies. For example, if you're studying 3 hours in the evening, just put an additional half an hour or 45 minutes or 1 hour to cover your backlogs, and cover them progressively instead of just studying the backlogs per day. Study the new topics going on and give 1 hour daily for your backlogs. In this way, you can cover them progressively, and yeah, you can cover them like that.
The Allen classes last from about Monday to Friday. So I'll be completing the portion side by side, which is taught on the same day. And if I get any backlogs, I'll be doing it on the weekends. And I'll be able to cover up all the backlogs. That's how I did it.
Yes, and one more question, Vishal and Kamali. What is the role of your teachers and parents in your NEET preparation?
The role of my teachers and parents was, I would say, the most significant one. Without them, I would not be standing here right now. They were the person I used to ask my doubts. They were my shoulders to cry upon during my stressful times. And I used to vent out all my feelings to them. They were my mentors, and they were everything to me during these last 2 years. Words will not describe how important a good relationship with your teachers and parents are crucial to this journey.
Firstly, my parents, when I wake up early in the morning, I'll not be left alone. I'll not be alone sitting and studying. My father will also wake up with me, and he'll be bringing me hot coffee for me so that I can study effectively for the next 3 hours. And after I come home, my mom will cook me delicious food, and that will serve as a boost for keeping me studying and getting good scores. My father, mother, everybody was with me in my hardest times. I had some health issues, and they were with me every single time. And secondly, my teachers, I can ask them my doubts at any point of time. They'll be able to, even if I feel depressed, if I tell to them, they'll be helping me a lot. For 1 week, I think I was admitted in hospital. Then my teachers helped me to cope up the syllabus after I came back from the hospital. Thank you.
Thank you, both of you. And on this point, I would like to add that in the success of every child, the role of parents and especially mothers is very crucial. So we'll have a great round of applause for all the mothers who are doing great. And seriously, not only for them, I have seen the parents dedicating everything when it comes for their children. And when such dedication from the parent side comes, then only we see such results flourishing. So thanks to all the parents once again. Next point. What is the next, sir? Yes. Vishal and Kamli, I would like to ask you, have you ever imagined that this kind of result you are going to get finally? And a follow-up, when you were writing your home examination, I would like you to tell the students and parents what kind of marks you were getting. You were always confident that you are going to get 680, 690 or 700? Or what was the situation in between? Please.
I was not at all confident in the start that I would get above 690s. I used to get 600, 630s and 650s in my home exams, and it was very difficult for me to progress through these scores. I was literally stuck at the same score for like 7 months or so. Crossing that 650 barrier took a lot of effort for me, and no, I did not at all think in the starting stages that I would get, in reality, I would get 690 plus. Of course, there was the dream that I will get 720, the motivating dream for all of us, that is always there. But deep down, we'll know at the starting stages, we'll reach this score only, we'll reach that score only. In the starting stages, it was not at all like that for me. I used to have many concept doubts, and they lacked my progress. And that was it. My average score during the during my 11th standard was 650, 660s. In my 12th, it progressed from 650, 660s to 670s and 675, 680s. In my last tests only, I started getting 695s and all that. In my last test also, I think my highest score was 698. I never touched 700 in my home test. So getting 700 in my, more than 700 in my actual NEET test was a very happy moment for me. Yeah.
Okay, so like why I asked this question, I'll come to you, Kamli, just give me one moment. Why I asked this question, so that each and every student who is sitting here and getting low scores, they should understand that this is not the score which you are going to get finally. The score that you are getting today, it is just the result of what you have studied in last 15 days or 1 month time. When you study for complete 2 years and how you are going to do for your revision. That all collective effort will define your final score. So never get demotivated or never feel like whether I will get 700 or 720 or not, because today I am getting around 500 or 550. So whether I'll be able to make it 670 or 680 or not. That is the main reason why I asked this question, what they were scoring. You see, he scored 705 in the final examination. In the home examination, because I was following his results regularly, I have never seen him touching 700. Not even once. 630, 635, Vishal, his father is also a very good friend of mine. We always used to discuss, sir, he is getting 630, 640, how he is going to score 700 plus. Whenever we meet you, you always tell, sir, don't worry, he will score 700 plus. But in home examination, he is never getting that kind of a score. How you are having the confidence? So I want to tell this to all the students that in Allen examinations, if you are getting 500, 400, 300, whatever marks you are getting, it is not a matter of concern. Because that is your score today. What will be your final score? That will be the dedication and hard work of your whole 2 years effort. So now I would like to go to Kamli also, and I would like to ask her what kind of a score she was getting and how much confident she was that she is going to get like 680 or 690 or 700. Kamli, please.
In the home test, I used to get 630, 640 or something like that only. And I was very happy if I have crossed 650 in one test. I'll be very happy. But the home test, Saurabh sir, I asked Saurabh sir, he told you'll be getting at least 100, at least 70 marks more than the home test. So I was pretty confident that I'll get good scores. In the beginning, like 11th beginning, I was aiming for 600 plus in NEET. And when I came to 12th, it went up to 650 plus. And in the last full portion test, I was aiming for 680 plus, and it happened. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamli. And fortunately, I would call myself fortunate that I have taught these people for initial 6 months, I think. For 6 months I have taught. So I have seen a lot of ups and downs in these students. So my next question to you, both of you, is during these 2 years preparation, how many times you have felt low or depressed? I would use strong words. How many times you have felt low? How many times you have felt that it's not going to happen, and how you have overcome of that?
Frankly speaking, nearly 80% of the time I was depressed only, especially after seeing my test scores. I used to have high targets and high goals, and when I couldn't achieve them, I was very depressed. I would went out to my faculties only, and if I'm very depressed, I'll directly go to Saurabh sir. He was the pillar of support for me. He'll, I don't know what he does, but after I go see him and come, I'll be all right. My parents know that. That's why they'll say, go see Saurabh sir and come, everything will be all right, they'll say. And there were many downs in my journey, and I would say very few ups only, but I learned from my downs and came back to the ups, I would rather say. I did not stay down in the downs, and I progressed up, and I learned from my mistakes. I maintained a mistake notebook, and I did whatever I could to come to progress from the pit I had fallen into.
Maybe because of my character, I think I was not as depressed as him, but bit less. Mostly 60% of the time I'll not be so depressed. I'll take out the positive things from my failure and move towards the next test. I'll improve on the topics that I don't get at that time, and I'll be focusing on it more, and I'll do better in the next test. When I scored due to some health issues, I scored less, like 600 or 610, 603. That time I used to feel depressed. But as per the sir's suggestion, my staff's suggestion, everywhere you have just come from hospital, so you can improve a lot. And then I have improved a lot. Thank you.
So Kamli is a type of student. she'll be scoring 50 marks in physics and she would be coming to me, is smiling. That, sir, I have scored only 50. I have to tell her, be a little serious. And I would like to mention this also. Recently, her exam was in the month of May, and I think in the month of February, she got dengue. So around for 1 week, she was admitted in the hospital. As soon as she came out of there, again she continued her journey, continued her preparation with the full efforts. Whatever slowdown would have come because of dengue, I have not seen even 1% of that in her result. So one great round of applause for Kamli. And then I would move to the next question is like, usually what happens that in the classes, many times students perform really good. But when we are going to the examinations, every time we will be performing less than our actual potential. We may have got 600, we may have got 580, we may have got this much, but we get less. And every time we make a new strategy that next time we'll be going to the examination, we'll be attempting physics first. Next time I'll be going to the examination, I'll be giving more time to chemistry. So Vishal and Kamli, I would like to ask you how you have managed your examination, how you have developed the exam temperament, and exactly what strategy you have followed during the examination.
Yes, sir. Developing an exam temperament took many trials. It did not come directly from one test. There were many tests, as sir said. I couldn't achieve my fullest potential in the test. I used to get 30, 40 marks less than what I was capable of in the same test. And that was not due to my concept lackings. I knew the concepts well thoroughly, but I couldn't score at that moment. And I was very worried why I couldn't do that. And then I started looking into my paper solving pattern, and I learned that time management is the key when it comes to solving papers like these. So in my actual paper, what I did was I started with biology, I went to chemistry and physics. I didn't bubble my answers side by side, and I would used to complete the paper once, then bubble it. So biology, it took me 40 minutes when you count the bubbling time also. Then chemistry, it would take me 1 hour, and physics, it would take me 1 hour 15 minutes to solve them. And put together, I would still have some time remaining, and I would use those time to look upon the questions which I had left in the first run. And yeah, this was my paper attempting strategy, which I did in NEET 2024.
For the exam, if I attend the Allen exams, I'll be doing silly mistakes, a lot of silly mistakes. So I'll be getting 20 marks less than my actual score. So this, like after attending 30 full test, more and more full test, I was able to reduce the silly mistakes. And finally in the NEET exam, I did not do any silly mistakes. So the time constraint is what makes us do silly mistake. And by repeatedly writing test, you can manage time well, and you will not be doing any silly mistakes. So the more you practice, the more confident you will be. And I used to shade simultaneously. First I will attempt biology, which takes me around 45 minutes. And chemistry, I used to do it in 50 minutes, and the remaining time for physics. This is how I attended the paper.
Thank you, both of you. So as they said, strategies keep changing and strategies keep refining. When you start focusing on this point that strategy is also something which can boost your score 15-20% in the examination, then it will become evident for you from the next examination on a strategy part what you are supposed to improve. Maybe in one examination you are starting something. In the next examination you need to change it a bit. Next examination you to refine a bit, and so on. So every time when you are going with a strategy, at least you will get to know what you are supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do during the examination, right? So my next question is, Vishal and Kamli, what is the importance of regularity? Because sir asked this also, that how you will be covering up your backlog. So definitely backlog would be generated because of two reasons only. One thing, because of any unavoidable reason when you are taking the leaves. And second thing, when in the regular run you are unable to complete the work. These are the two top reasons why you can have the backlog. So I would like to ask you, what is the importance of regularity? Regularity, when I say, I'm not asking about coming to the classroom daily. I am asking about completing your work daily, and focus a little on finishing and completing. So please, regularity, I would like to listen. What is the importance of it?
Yes, sir. Regularity or consistency is the key in our preparation for competitive exams. And it is very important for us to do the day-to-day portions on that day itself. If, for example, they're taking like 3 pages on chemical bonding on that day, try to complete those 3 pages that day itself. Completing would refer to reading the theory as well as practicing some MCQs or questions based on them. If you're studying for the both subjects, the same thing, take a mini test or do some TPPs and ask your faculties for many assignments as much as you can to keep yourself on track and see how you go. And yeah, this is how you can maintain regularity, by doing the things day to day.
What I used to follow is the day the thing is taught, I'll be doing up everything on the same day, and I'll do the questions related to it on the same day. And if I have doubts, I'll be asking the next day. Due to some unavoidable reasons, if you have any backlogs, like you cannot keep up the regularity, you can do it on the weekends. And regularity is the key, so follow it.
Fine. So when we talk about regularity, when we talk about more and more scores, the next thing what comes in my mind now is the revision. Like every month we are writing one exam, which is coming on the whole portion that has been covered. And what happens when the exam comes closer, the anxiety increases. And before the examination, suppose if Monday or Wednesday is the examination, mostly the students tend to take the leave 1 day or 2 days before the actual examination to prepare for the examination, to do the revision whatever they have covered in last 1 month. So I would like to ask both of you how you have coped up with the revision thing and still maintaining the regularity till the last day of the examination.
Yes, sir. Revision is also important, because we would be studying a chapter which was taken 1 month before and writing a test on the same chapter after 2 months. It's a natural tendency to go blank, and that can be prevented by revision. To revise, it would take much less time than actual studying of the chapter. So what I would do to revise is I would read the theory once. Instead of learning it, I would skim through the theory once, and I would practice many questions based on it, and I would do them. I would not, as sir said, take leaves before the test. I found it actually counterproductive, because if I'm at home, I will not be in my peak, what can I say, productive stage. At classes, there'll be my teachers to guide me, my friends to support me, and all those things. At home, I would be alone. Even my parents would be there, of course, but I can't share my academic problems with my parents, right? So I can discuss my doubts at the time with my faculties and friends. And I would suggest not to take leaves before the test, right before the test, because this would increase the anxiety of the test on that day. It would be like I'm going after one day. That anxiety also builds in your mind. So avoid taking leaves just a day before your exams.
For exams, the portions will be shared before 2 weeks. So what I do is everyday classes, I complete the portions on the same day. Like in the evening, I complete the portions, and in the morning from 5 to 8, I used to revise all the portions for the test. Revising means for biology reading and doing a lot of questions. Same goes for everything. Like physics, you have to do a lot of questions, so that again reading will not be that effective. So you have to do a lot of questions, and chemistry also you have to do questions. This is how I revise, doing questions by doing questions.
Thank you. So right now we are talking about examinations, revisions, all those things, how you have done. I would come back on a question which I had asked earlier, today only. And I would like both of you to emphasize on that. How you have managed your board preparation as well as your competitive exam preparation all together. Because when we are talking about revision, sometimes subjective examination would be coming, sometime objective examination is coming. So how much difference in the two you have found while preparing for subjective and objective, and how both of you have cope up with this situation? Because you were preparing for 2-year classroom program where your boards as well as your competitive exam both were important. And please tell me the scores also that you have got in the board examination.
Yeah, in board exam I got 478 out of 500.
I have scored 477.
Yeah, maintaining or rather balancing both NEET preparation and subjective exam preparation in the start was difficult for me, because one was practicing MCQs, the other was descriptive writing. Both took the same amount of time and I couldn't compromise on one for the other. So what I used to do is, if a subjective exam is announced, I would devote like 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes a day, or 30 minutes a day to be honest, for descriptive answers. I would write and see the descriptive answers. If I can, I would take a question and see how much I can elaborate on it. And that was the one for me, because for bio, chemistry and physics, I need not to study the same thing again. All I had to do was practice writing descriptive answers. For English and psychology, I went through many previous papers and previous questions. And through the previous board papers, I came to know a pattern of questions which were repeated. And I paid more attention to them. And yeah, that helped me really.
Since I have taken math from the very beginning, I used to dedicate at least 15 minutes for doing math a day. And if my exams are approaching, math exams are approaching, I'll be dedicating at least 1 hour for math. For the other subjects, if suppose an English exam is coming, I'll be doing 30 minutes a day for English. And the other 3 subjects, just I'll be like, I'll take the book back questions and I'll be writing the keywords alone, so that that will be helpful for the subjective exams. Physics, chemistry, biology, if you study the Allen portions very well, you'll be able to do in the subjective exams also. For English and math, I have taken some 30 minutes a day for studying them separately.
So unfortunately, our third topper from classroom, 2-year classroom program, Shravya, is not here today. She is in out of country. She told us that as soon as this NEET preparation will get over, she'll take 1 month full break. And she has got 698 in NEET and 494 or 496? 492 in the board examination. So next time we are keeping this Toppers Talk Show, definitely we'll invite her also, and we would get the insights on the examination as well as on preparation from her also. So after this, I would like Deepan sir to ask few questions if something I would have left. Last question I would like to ask both of you. How are you feeling today? And what is our future plan?
I'm actually feeling very happy at the moment. Yeah, words will not describe the amount of happiness I feel right now, because it was a roller coaster of emotions for me in the past 2 years, and being here really brings it together. And my future plans are to pursue surgery in medicine and become a neurosurgeon. At least for now, till now, I have those plans. I don't know how they may change in the next 5 years of my journey. But till now, I want to be a surgeon, a neurosurgeon, or a plastic surgeon for now. Yeah.
A great round of applause for Vishal. Actually, definitely it's a feeling of pride, it's a feeling of happiness and fulfillment when at the age of 15 or 16 you listen. A great round of applause for Vishal, right? So that's really inspiring for all the students. Kamli?
I'm feeling highly elated to greet you all, and I'm living my dream today. Thank you, Alan, for providing me this opportunity, and thank you.
Thank you very much. So now, thank you very much for all of you for listening patiently. I would move to Dipan sir and hand over the mic to him. Few questions or few important points if I would have missed, sir would be covering up, and I think after that we can go to the students if they have any doubts. Sir, please.
Thank you once again, Allen team, both the center head, campus head, as well as the student toppers from Allen. I'm sure each and every one of you already had a lot of transformations in your mindset. Happy afternoon, boys. Happy afternoon, girls. Happy afternoon, boys and girls. Okay, one more round. Happy afternoon, boys. Happy afternoon, girls. Happy afternoon, boys and girls. Okay, I think that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Give yourself once again a big round of applause, boys and girls. Okay, so I think energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, they say. So I think the energy has been transferred from here to this audience. I'm not sure what about this audience and this. So happy afternoon, boys. Happy afternoon, girls. Okay, all right. So therefore, energy has been equally transmitted to all of you from this team. So I just want to make one small specific transformation to some of you. As I said in my keynote address, what is important is to put that right effort. So if any of you want to volunteer and come, I'm going to ask you just one question. How you analyze an examination after you've taken the examination. First, I want to get the responses from you. And then let's hear from them how they go about analyzing their examinations. I think if this one particular key takeaway you can have, it will be a time well spent. That's what I think. So who wants to volunteer and come on stage and share with us how exactly you analyze your question paper after you have taken an exam? So far you have taken subjective as well as objective examinations, isn't it? So if any of you would like to volunteer and come forward and then share with us how you go about analyzing your paper, and I would like to then pass on the opportunity to both Vishal and Kamali to share their short experiences and methods of analyzing an examination, and then we'll wind up. Okay? Who wants to volunteer? Who wants to volunteer and come forward after you take an examination? How do you go about analyzing exam? Okay, I have some names in mind, but I want to first give some opportunities to students to come and volunteer. Okay, I'll start with Guhen. Sandeep, please come forward. Pritika, please come forward. Darshika, Sankalp, Kabeshwar, grade 10th. Are you all here? Please come forward. Come forward, Pritika. Anybody else wants to volunteer? Girls, boys, Kabishwar, Darshika, Sankalp, please come forward. Sandeep, absent. Okay, please come forward, ma. Anybody wants to volunteer, please come forward. Please come forward. Darshika, grade 10, Sankalp, absent. Okay, start.
So I will basically see the question paper and I would have
After the exam.
Yes, yes. I would have definitely left some questions which I don't know in the objective exams. So I will analyze that questions first, and I will search for the answers of that questions, and I will see if the questions I attended are right or wrong, and if those are wrong, I will check it why those are wrong, and that's it.
Pratika.
So first, I will see which concept I am not in a particular concept there will be few questions that I'm not able to attend. First I will work on that. Next, few questions I will be able to do till like 70% or 90% of the question, but after that I do not know how to do it. That one I will know how from the teachers and other supports.
After completion of my exam, I will just discuss with my friends first, and I would check what are the questions I made wrong, and if I made wrong, also I will check which questions I made some 50% question, 50% of the question made correct, and after the problem I may do it wrong. So like that questions I will practice it again, and then while during the exam also I may think do or die questions also will be like there. So that questions I will go through the books and I will check the concepts again.
Okay, thank you, Kavishwar. Now we would just would like to request both Vishal and Kamali, please give some detailed suggestions and responses how one must go about analyzing not just the NEET paper, objective paper, but also maybe theoretical CBSE examination papers. What is the structured process that both of you followed?
Yes, sir. The method of analyzing which I followed was I maintained something called the mistake notebook. I would, in that notebook, I had 3 columns. First column went to the mistakes I did. I would write which concept I made a mistake. And in the second column, I would write what went wrong while I did that question. Did I read the question too fast? Why wasn't I able to solve that? Did I have time constraints? Did I, as they said, do the question 70%, complete the question 70%, and I couldn't figure out what to do with the rest 30%? I would write those in the second column. And in the third column, I would write methods to not repeat them. For example, if I read a question too fast, I would, before entering the exam hall, I would say, maintain the pace while reading the questions. Don't rush through the question. Don't skim through the questions. And I would talk to myself for like 5 minutes before going into the exam. And that really calmed me down. And having a calm mind during the exams really helped me out during the exams. Apart from this, analyzing, if we have many key concept-related issues, we should address them at the earliest as possible after analyzing the paper. And if we are making mistakes in small concepts, then we don't need to be too much worried, because small concepts, we can rectify them easily. But for the main concepts, we'll have to put in some more time and work upon it. Yeah.
For the subjective exams, for the questions that I read wrong, I used to write it in my error notebook and rectify them. And if I have any conceptual doubts, I used to ask to my faculties. And even if I answer the question correctly, I'll be again recollecting it. I'll be revisiting the topic, and once I'll be reading it again. For the subjective exams, I think the main keyword should be there in the answer. So if they have deducted marks for my answers, I'll go ask the faculty that what is the keyword that I've missed, and any other mistakes that I've did, I'll be asking from my faculties. They'll be helping me out.
Thank you. So with this, I would like to have some inputs from both of them also on this exam analysis.
See, the points which both of them were mentioning, no, I don't know how much you have, how much takeaway you are having from that point or not, but both of them were mentioning something called improvement book. There can be multiple names. We can call it mistake book. We can call it rectification book. Whatever we want, we can call it. We call it improvement book. And being the educators, we have understood how important it is to work on your mistakes. So improvement book is something which comes into the picture as soon as your exam gets over. As we said earlier also, how much marks you are getting in any examination is not important. How much mistakes you have done in the examination and what you are learning from those mistakes, that is most important. So improvement book is something in which after the examination, we note down all the mistakes that we have done. What was their primary reason because of which we have done that mistake? That is a conceptual mistake. That is a calculation mistake. That is something that you thought something else and actually question was asking something else. So instead of, I would say, decorating a mistake as a silly mistake, we should find out the root cause. Many times it happens that we say, array, 5 plus 3 we have written 7, or 2 plus 2 we have written 6, that's why mistake has happened, and we call it a silly mistake. My dear students, please stop calling any of the mistakes as a silly mistake. You start noting down all the mistakes that you are doing in the examinations and work on the reasons why you are doing those mistakes. If more than 2 mistakes you are making in any examination because of the calculations, definitely you should be working on calculation. So what mistakes you have done, what is their reason, and what is the rectification? Like if we are doing the calculation mistakes, maybe we are in 11th or 12th, still we should do some questions based on calculation only. You see, many alarm clocks come like the alarm will switch off only when you do the right addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. Do you know that? There are alarm clocks in which alarm would be ringing and it would go off only when you give the correct answer. So your mind will become alert immediately. So if you are making calculation mistakes, that means you are not particularly alert in those questions. So don't consider any mistake as a silly mistake. Note down all the mistakes after the examination and find out the solution for not repeating them again in the future. Sir.
Sir.
So students, as sir told, the main thing is here improvement book we are discussing. In that we can mention few columns. One is the questions you have done wrong in the question paper. Another one, repeated concepts. Sometime in one lesson, if you see, some concepts are repeatedly asked. In that concept, still you are not aware of. You have to ask the faculty and you have to conclude that. And next one, in that lesson, any concept you have not touched or not revised or anything new for you, like that type of concepts also you have to note down, and you have to go to the faculty, ask the doubts to the faculty. So, and whether that work is done or not. Fourth column, yes, this doubts has been clarified, work done. This examination related, these are the repeated mistakes I have done. Second thing, repeated concepts they are asking. In these repeated concepts, still I don't know these type of questions. That is one column. And another thing, in that topic, in that question paper, anything new concept did you got in the paper? Did you see any new concepts in that paper? Then whether it is there in NCERT or not. If it is there in NCERT, that concept, immediately try to finish on the same day. Like that, you have to rectify your mistakes. When you are having such notebook, definitely see that whether you are rectifying or not, whether you are going to the faculty or concluding the doubts or not, whether clarifying the doubts or not, then only the book you are maintaining, it will be valued. Okay, so this is the point I want to add, and thank you, sir.
So winners don't do different things. They do things differently. So if you have any message from this particular topper action program, this is the key message. So what you have learned from them is they have not done different things. They have done the things differently. And therefore, we do hope that each and every one of you, even as parents for that matter, for example, Kamali was sharing what kind of a support that her father was giving early in the morning, how much they were able to back up and provide that moral support. As students, you have participated and learned a lot about exam preparation, analysis, motivation, especially what Vishal said initially. He wants to be distinct from the crowd. That is the why. That is the reason he has been able to achieve this score of 705. So you must have a strong purpose. You must have a strong purpose. You must have a strong reason to prepare for NEET or JEE, for getting into this integrated program starting from standard 6th. And that purpose will give you the outcome that you're aiming for. And finally, I would like to also, we have thanked each and every faculty member who have contributed to the success journey of Vishal and Kamali. I would also like to, on behalf of Allen Career Institute, appreciate Bharat sir, who has been able to coach both of them for chemistry. Please come forward, sir. We appreciate and commend Bharat sir's effort. He has been the faculty who has coached both of them. So with this, we have to wind up today's toppers session as we have to move towards lunch. We do hope this session was very useful, and for the benefit for each and every one of you to know, some of the students are also absent. Some of the parents have also not been able to come. For this particular reason, we also requested from Alan that this particular program be broadcasted live. It's on our YouTube channel as well. So please review this particular toppers interaction session to know more about what are the methods that one must adapt to be successful in your academics overall. Okay. With this, let me once again thank each and every one of you who have contributed to the success of this session. And let's move for the final valediction and towards lunch. Thank you.
As a token of gratitude, we would like to honor the toppers with the memento. So I would like to invite our Vice Chairman to give away the mementos.
Very good, grade 6. Now Kamali, give a big round of applause.
I would like to invite Deepika from grade 11 to give the token of thanks.
As we conclude this inspiring session, it is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to Mr. Saurabh Tiwari, Center Head of Allen Career Institute, and Mr. Ravi Chandra, Allen Sri Shakthi Campus Head, for their insightful keynote address and for their unwavering support to Sri Shakthi International School. Your guidance and leadership have greatly contributed to the success of our students. A special thank you to our Vice Chairman, Mr. Deepan Tangavelu, for his inspiring presidential address and continued dedication to our school's mission of academic excellence. We are also grateful to our respected principal, Mrs. Kumuda, for encouraging words and for always being a pillar of support for our students and faculty. To our NEET 2024 toppers, Vishal and Kamali, congratulations on your outstanding achievements. Your hard work, dedication, and insights shared today are truly inspirational. Vishal, your score of 705 out of 720 is a remarkable feat. And Kamali, your score of 681 out of 720 reflects your dedication and commitment to excellence. Thank you for motivating your peers and setting such a high standard. Our heartfelt thanks go to Allen Career Institute for organizing this session and providing exceptional support in physics, chemistry, botany, and zoology, contributing significantly to our students' success. I would also like to thank all the teachers, staff, and parents who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event possible. Your efforts are deeply appreciated. Finally, to our dear students, thank you for your enthusiastic participation. May today's session inspire you to aim higher and achieve your goals. Once again, thank you all for being a part of this enriching experience. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Yes, parents and students. So we have representations from the parents in order to know more about the Allen Digital app and also about the usage of the Google Classroom. And also today we have our Allen faculty here who are ready to take up the academic classes extending for 1 more hour. So in order to cover the Google Classroom facilitation and Allen Digital app usage, so we decided to have 1 more hour extending academic classes. So I would like to request all the parents and students have lunch, complete your lunch and come back to your classes, and then we'll be having a session for 60 minutes. For the respective classes, subjects will be decided. So, and then by 2:15 we will wind up today's session. So I hope I am clear. So after the lunch, we will have a 60-minute session of the respective subjects, and then we will wind up today's session. So I would like to invite all the parents also to have lunch and wait for the students. And also, I'll be available in the cabin. So any direct representations are there, you can bring it forward and we will have a discussion. And our technical team will be available to make you aware about the Allen Digital app usage. So please make use of this opportunity. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. All of you, please raise up for the national anthem. We can start singing. Jai Hind. Thank you.